Hello, Eagles. I'm Andrew Harker.
And I'm Tucker Lettinen.
And welcome back to the Avion. This week's episode is going to be a little bit different than our typical broadcast episodes. Tucker, what's we talking about?
Well, this week we're going to be talking about the SGA elections that are coming up. And there's a lot of candidates this year.
I definitely know that for sure. However, we're not here to talk about specific candidates. We're here to talk about what the job entails and why we have them.
Why don't we start off with Abby, who is covering College of Aviation and College of Business senator positions. Abby?
Thanks, Tucker. Since it's election season, it is important to be informed about who you are voting for and why. There are 9 different types of senators in the Student Senate. Regarding the College of Aviation and the College of Business, 2 to 3 senators are elected to represent that given college. The COA and COB senators' jobs are to properly represent and advocate for their college. They work on hosting a forum day each semester and complete either a semester or yearly project. All members of the Student Senate work as liaisons for many different organizations at ERAU. Most importantly, your college senator is there to represent you. Make sure to grab a copy of the Avion's election issue and go vote. Thanks. Back to you.
And with that, why don't we move straight over to Elisa, who will be covering our College of Arts and Sciences and our College of Engineering senator positions.
Elisa.
I'm sure my fellow COAS students love the new student space on the 5th floor, aka the whiteboard tables. This innovation has literally saved my grades in a few of my classes. The COAS senator came up with this idea. This proves that it's important to vote for your next senator, your leader, your inspiration. Many of you guys are engineers. Well, your COE senator created a tutoring opportunity for you. Now you have tutoring for 300 and 400 level courses. Voting for your next COAS and COE representatives is crucial to your success. The SGA is here to make your college life more enjoyable.
Next up, we have Aki and Aaron, who are going to be covering what it means to be a student life senator and a housing senator.
And I'll be honest, I didn't know that these positions existed, but writing this, I learned how important these roles really are.
That they are. Aki and Aaron?
When you think of the SGA Senate, the housing and student life senators may not be the first ones who come to mind. I'm joined by Aaron Dillman, and with this segment, we hope to give you a little bit more information on what these senators do. So, Aaron, tell me about the student life senator.
Well, the Student Life Senator's main goal is working on improving the student experience and overall wellness. They work together with the Dean of Students to connect with the student population, and one of the ways they do this is through the liaison positions.
From athletics to ROTC to even Ernie Central and the flight line, the liaisons are a vital part of the connection between the Senate and the general public. They are responsible for addressing the needs and concerns of the students in each respective aspect. The Student Life Senator helps to establish connections with the university's clubs and organizations, giving them the opportunity to have a voice in the SGA.
So what about those students that live in the dorms?
Those students are represented by the Housing and Residence Life Senators. They have more of a focus on the dorm life. The 2 HRL senators advocate for the students who currently live on campus. As they must live on campus themselves, they will have an idea firsthand of what can be improved upon.
But their role is not just limited to the dorms. They also advocate for students living off campus in university housing, such as Chanute. The projects they take on will work to make campus life better than it was when they came to the university. If you've got an interest in learning about these projects, I'd highly recommend checking out our previous broadcast where we had an interview with an HRL senator.
So where can I go if I want to learn more?
That's a great question. All of the information that you could possibly want about the SGA branches, including these senators, is on our website. Go to theavion.com and click on the Meet the Candidates tab at the top of the page.
Tucker, Drew, back to you.
Thank you, Aki and Aaron. With that, we have our meteorologists who aren't going to be telling us about the future, but instead are going to jump into 3 lesser-known Senate positions.
And they are the graduate, international, and veteran senators. These are some crucial positions for our school. So let's hear from Danielle and Jacob and what these positions entail.
Hey everyone, you may recognize Jacob and I from our weather forecasts.
Our famous weather forecast, may I add.
That's right, Jacob. However, this week the weather is just going to have to wait.
That's a shame because this week is so beautiful, Danielle.
And I get it. You're a weatherman at heart. However, this week, Jacob and I are going to discuss the graduate, international, and veteran student senators, what they do for the student body, and what you need to think about when choosing a candidate.
These positions are very important for our student body. For example, the international student senator needs to represent all international students that attend the university and make sure their voices don't go unnoticed. International students should make sure they feel welcomed and comfortable here at Embry-Riddle.
Of course, and even the graduate senators are just as important. Just like the international student senator, the graduate senator needs to make sure all graduate students are taken care of. Being a graduate student can be challenging, so it's important that you pick someone that can help make your graduate experience a little bit easier.
Very good point, Danielle. And how can we forget about the importance of the veteran student senator? Now, you guessed it, this role involves putting a focus in students who are veterans. Don't be fooled, there is a large number of veterans at this university, and they most definitely need someone looking out for them. Maybe someone has questions about their veteran student benefits, or they want information on resources for the transition from service life to civilian life. Your veteran student senators will be there for you, representing your best interests.
Now, all 3 senators must complete at least 1 project per semester to help better their group in the long run. Make sure you pick a senator that has the goals that match what you are looking for.
That's right. You know, Danielle, I never really knew student senators did so much for the student body. I know that I would want to elect someone who fits both my vision for Embry-Riddle and someone who can represent my peers as well.
Good point, Jacob. I mean, I'm definitely going to do my research before I cast my vote on this one.
Well, thank you for listening to Danielle and I talk about something other than the weather for once.
Oh, but don't you worry. We'll be back next time with our completely accurate forecasts. Thanks again.
Thanks, Danielle and Jacob. These positions are essential, but another area that's really crucial is the finances.
Of course, we're talking about the student treasury, and we have Kyle and Owen here to tell you more about what your student treasury does.
What is up, sports fans? I'm sure you are all looking forward to the best sports report around. However, this week, it's going to have to wait. My colleague Owen was supposed to be here with me today, but he lost track of time and is running a little late. So instead, it's just me. With elections right around the corner, I'm here to tell you a little bit about what the SGA Treasurer does for the student body. The Treasurer is in charge of managing the entire Treasury Board. They're responsible for making sure that they follow all the rules in place and oversee the budget process. Not only that, but they also serve on the SGA Executive Board and keep everyone updated on Treasury activities. If you ever have any questions on the budget or how your SGA fees go to work, this is the person that knows it all. Feel free to stop by during their office hours or send an email their way. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next week for our regular sports update. And with that, Owen's here. Owen, off to you.
Thanks, Kyle. How's it going, everybody? I'm pretty sure you've all seen some pretty cool things at Riddle's exciting clubs. Maybe you're even a part of one. Have you ever wondered how your school can fund all those exciting and engaging activities and events? Well, it's all thanks to the Student Treasury Board here on campus. Student Treasury provides funding for various student organizations and groups on campus, like RSOs and SGA divisions. RSOs are funded based off their previous semester's growth and sustainability, while SGA divisions receive a percentage of the total budget to use for the student engagement. Additionally, the Student Treasury also funds professional development, which allows students to attend conferences, receive professional attire, and further their advancements in their desired career fields. So next time you attend a fun school event, remember to thank the hardworking members of the Student Treasury who made it all possible.
And that just leaves us, Drew. We have the president and the vice president positions to talk about. Drew, can you explain what the vice president position does?
Yeah, of course. So the vice president supports the president and is also the head of the Senate. If there's a split vote in the Senate, they're the tiebreaker. They also show up to all of the monthly meetings of SGA officials. In addition, the vice president shall appoint senators to serve on SGA boards and committees. You can also expect to see them at least 7 hours in their office each week. And Tucker, why don't you talk about the president position?
Of course. The president position is the head of the operation. It's very similar to the president of the United States. They have the veto power and assist with operations and help lead people to what's next. They hold a monthly meeting where the SGA branches, divisions, and auxiliary groups get together and they talk about what they have been doing and plan to do. They select a chief justice if there's an opening. They meet with the dean of students and they communicate what the students are voicing with, of course, 10 hours of office hours, and they hold a staff retreat.
And if you're wondering who's all running this year, you can look at the Avion's website and or one of the many magazines located around campus. Voting is going to be online on campus groups April 4th through the 6th. And also make sure to show up to the executive debates too. It's an important way to hear firsthand about what the candidates have to say.
And it's a lot easier than voting for the midterm elections.
Yes, it is. And we know that was a lot, but that concludes this week's episodes. Have a good one and remember to vote.